Hey, yeah, YouTube, how you doing? Good to see everybody tonight, or whatever time it may be for you. Um, Putting a quick video here together for a question that was asked on YouTube, and it's been a subject I've talked about before, and I wanted to expound upon it. And I think it's something we always talk about here in the prepping community. But California Prepper just got his channel started. It looks like actually got his channel for a while, but he just now got started communicating in the prepper community and really getting involved and asking questions and things like that. So first I want to introduce his channel, which I'll put down below, and California Prepper is what he goes by, but his screen there's a tag there. What's it? Big Tycoon or something like that. That's what his name is. Who knows how that came about? But go check it out. Check out the question in particular, video, which I'll post in there too below, that I'm referencing and responding to. But he asked, what should preppers worry about? Should they be in it just individual, or should they be involved and look to help the community or be involved with the community? And it's a subject you hear about a lot. And I've talked about it briefly in one of my videos before, called Preppers Restoring the Republic. You can check that out down here. A little bit different tangent, but kind of a similar subject. And I just wanted to talk about that and answer his question, or respond to his question. Obviously, everybody's got their own answer. But I think overall, all of us, anybody prepping, is going to have to be involved in their community and discussing with their neighbors what's going on or what they're doing. For one, it's only going to help you prepare. It's only helping you understand your neighbors better. It's intelligence gathering. It's intel. It's it's getting out there and finding the lay of the landscape and what you're going to have to be up, what you're going to be up against if the time comes that you need to utilize skills or their skills or whatever. You know what your neighbors are doing. Obviously, you're not going to come right out and say, "Hey, I'm prepping for the end of rule of law. What are you doing?" You don't want to. I'm not saying do that, but you need to go out and understand where your neighbors stand. I have a lot of neighbors in my area who are a lot older than me, and they are really limited in for one, what they can do physically, but also what they can prep. A lot, retirees, they have a limited budget, and they're just, they've bought their house, they're retired, and they're done, and they're incline up into prosperity, I guess you'd say. So they're really limited in what they're capable of, but they do have a lot of skills. I have my one neighbor next door to me. He's basically an engineer. He builds stuff all the time, so that's good for me to know. We share a little bit, and that's somebody I think I can rely upon to a certain degree when the time comes. But I know he's got a lot of limits as well, physically especially. My other neighbor on the other side has been continuously revolving for the last 5 years, and I'm just waiting for a new. They just sold their house recently, or just moved out. They're waiting to sell the house, so I'm waiting for new neighbors to come in and find out what they're like. So knowing your neighbors and what they're like, and people in other areas, you might have a neighbor off one direction a mile, another direction a mile. And you only got to worry about two neighbors really that can influence your area, and that's makes it easier on you for a large extent. But also, usually in those situations, they're more independent and they're more self-sustaining anyway, hopefully. And so really a combined effort is, people are a lot more likely to join you in efforts, I think, if they're independent themselves. If they know they don't have to depend upon you, and they know they don't have to depend upon you, don't have to depend upon them. If somebody knows that you're independent and capable of sustaining yourself, they're a lot more likely to join forces, I think, because people like shared strength. Obviously, nobody wants to pick up a weak link that is just a slacker, if you will, or lazy. Nobody wants to deal with that. So you want to weed that out in your neighborhood too, especially everybody in a suburban area. You're going to have a lot of neighbors like I do. Well, people have more than me, I know, because we have some pretty big lot sizes in our neighborhood. But other areas, you're stacked right on top of each other, and that can be very bad. But yeah, get out there and know your neighbors. Get involved in community, because with me, I might know my little block. I might get to know 10 neighbors, but it's the guy 2 blocks away, and maybe his cousin that lives right across the block, and his brother lives 2 blocks down from that, that might be the ones I have to worry about. You know, when you get a family together like that or something, you don't know what they're capable of in those situations. And not being local, as I am, not having those those ties, family ties in the area, makes people that come in a lot more of a likely to be victimized by those that come in from out, that have been there for decades and centuries, and established roots in the area a long, long time ago. And you know those things too. There's community relationships that have been going on for centuries, just like the Hatfields and McCoys, that you need to be aware of. If you've just moved into an area, if you've been there for a while, you probably know. But that's all getting part of knowing your community. So you can't just prep as an individual, if for nothing else, just for intel gathering. Like I said, it's only going to help you, and you're going to find somebody, I think, in your neighborhood that's going to be able to help you. And when that without rule of law situation comes around, you're going to be a stabilizing force to keep predators at bay for everybody, not just for yourselves, I think. And I truly think that's the way we need to look at it. Look, again, I talk about the buffer mentality, people that are just going to hole up and wait for everybody to everything to blow over, I think is really going to hinder any recovery. And us getting out and being strong, I mean, you're already prepping, you're a leader already, and you're doing those things shows that you're a leader. And you're going to be like that in your community, and to a large extent, I think, when the time comes. And so be ready for that as well. Take on those responsibilities. Granted, you don't have to. It's your decision. But I think it's something everybody should look at as to where they fit into that scheme of things, because it could get, it's not going to get any better if nobody gets out there and does it. And you're already doing the things necessary, and that's shows we're halfway there already. But see if I missed any little things I want to talk about. But yeah, check out that other video I talked about. Check out California Prepper. I think he's going to have some good things coming up, and we'll look at talking to you later. I'm doing this in the midst of the presidential non-debate that's going on, and I'll have more to follow on that. I gotta get some things off my chest that I've been seeing on YouTube. So more to follow. I'll be putting together a video for that, and that might take me a while though. But hope you all have a good week. Rest of the week that remains, and a good weekend. If I don't see you before now, I'm going to have a pretty busy weekend myself, and talk to y'all later.